What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to talk about AMC, GME as well as the overall broader market, and after that we're going to check the options flow for all three of them. So today AMC was up for 9.69% for the day. It had a high of $16.99. The average volume on AMC is around 41.99 million, but today's volume was around 42.64 million. As I have been covering this AMC thing from a very long time, from last couple of days we have been seeing the volume was pretty much dead on AMC, but today it came back up quite a bit significantly. It was less than the half of the average volume that was usually coming in AMC from last couple of weeks, but today the volume has changed significantly. There is a lot of strong upward momentum coming into the AMC now, though there is no news coming out of the company yet, but the market is definitely going down a slight bit, but AMC is showing a pretty solid response towards the upside. Now let's come over to the GameStop. Now GameStop was up for 3.05% for the day. It had a high of $36.80. The average volume on GameStop is around 13.61 million, but today's volume was around 4.69 million. So the volume difference is quite a bit. It is less than the half of the average volume, which is a sign that we might not experience way too much upward momentum coming into the GameStop. Now let's come over to the SPY. Now SPY was down for 0.66% for the day. It had a high of $413. So you can imagine the kind of volatility that we are experiencing right now in the SPY. It is very hard to predict the which side it's going to go. Now what happened with Nancy Pelosi? She has actually landed in Taiwan, and a lot of traders were expecting something serious could happen in the stock market because Nancy Pelosi was supposed to land at the market open, and this could create a lot of fear in the market. Though the VIX definitely spiked a little bit this morning, it had a high of $24.68, which shows like there is a lot of fear in the market. Now we just have to wait and see how this is going to play out, but there is no clear-cut indication right now coming out from the market that where it's going to head. Now let's come over to our favorite stock, HKD, and today again it went up 126.28%. This is just getting out of control. It had a high of $2,555.30. This stock was almost $16 just 15 days ago. Then this is just gone next level of uptrend. GameStop did pull off something similar like that, but it didn't went to these levels. This is something which is happening in the stock market for the first time, and I don't expect this thing to happen ever again as well, because the way the market is just picking this stock up again and again and over each and every day, it seems to be like this thing is not going to stop until unless there is some sort of a block that has been put onto this stock. But it is just gone completely out of control. There is no options so that this market maker could short the stock back down, but the stock was almost at $15, and the valuation of the company is almost around for $8, and the stock is standing around $1,679, and right now in the aftermarket it went $1,777, which is almost 5.88% up in the aftermarket, and it had a high of $2,555. You can imagine the kind of volatility this stock is experiencing, and it's very hard to predict what is actually happening. But just in my personal opinion, I think what the market maker are doing, the people those who are having liquidity crisis, the big hedge funds, they are making money over here because this stock is basically held by the institutions. Not many retails are into it. There is no options that the retail can play around. There is no short selling that can happen on this stock. That's why this stock is going up and up each and every day, and the market maker are just creating liquidity for themselves because they need the money to cover the short positions that they have in the overall broader market. Now let's come over to the options flow for the AMC. Now increase the premium to max and see what exactly the whales are doing. Now all these whales were buying 2 days expiration $13 call. They are so confident that tomorrow as well we're gonna see some sort of a uptrend coming into AMC from here onwards. Now when I bring down the premium a little bit and see what exactly the mini whales are doing, again majority of them are onto the upside, and they are all buying these call options and betting that the AMC will keep going up from here onwards. The rest, there was nothing majorly suspicious coming out of the options flow for the AMC. Now let's come over to the options flow for the GameStop. Now I'm increase the premium to max and see what exactly the whales are doing. Now all these whales were onto the downside. There was only one call buying that was happening. That's a 9 days expiration, and most likely he's gonna close off his trade at the market open. The rest were all onto the downside. This $34 put option is going to expire in 16 days. He's buying 3,800 contract and he's paying $828,000 for it. That's a cross trade. Basically, there are a lot of multiple trades betting onto to the downside for the GameStop, but it seems to be like everybody is on to the downside for the GameStop from here onwards. Now, when I bring down the premium a little bit and see what exactly the mini whales are doing, now again, majority of them are on to the downside and they are buying way too much deep in the money put options, and they are betting for the downside for the GameStop from here onwards. Now let's come over to the options flow for the SPY. Now I've increased the premium to max and see what exactly the whales are doing. Now majority of the whales were onto the upside. These were these $380 call options. These are basically deep in the money call options that's going to expire in 37 days and 216 days, and they were buying 6,000 contract and he's paying $20.5 million for it. There was just another one, he's buying 6,000 contract and he's paying $18.9 million for it. There was this 3,500 contract, he's paying $11.2 million for it. But now the big trade that came in today with so much confidence and it's towards the downside was this one. This one beats all of the other ones. These are $400 put option, which is basically a little bit out of the money. That's going to expire in 30 days, and he's buying $22.2 million worth of 33,892 contract, which means they are so confident that this SPY is going to go down from here onwards. Now when I bring down the premium and see what exactly the mini whales were doing, now there was this another trade out there which was a slight bit more further out of the money. This was this $380 put option that's going to expire in 30 days, and this individual was also buying exactly the same amount of contract, that was 33,892 contract, and he's paying $9.22 million for it, and the expirations were the same as well. This is not at all a good indication for the overall broader market. We know that the situation is pretty tense over in Asia. Nancy Pelosi has landed in Taiwan and China is getting very angry about it, and they're saying they're going to make some move. This can create a big significant problem for Taiwan. When Nancy Pelosi is basically going to leave Taiwan, there could be a big trouble for Taiwan waiting on the door. But these are very big news out there in the world which can literally shake the market, and the kind of options flow that I saw today, it is quite a bit of suspicious. This is not a normal trade that these individuals are paying with a 30 days expiration. Though the call buying is also significant in the options flow, but there were big contracts that were being bought today which were basically out of the money. This one, $380 put option, is going to expire in 16 days, and he's buying 16,500 contract, which tells you a lot that a lot of these individuals are betting towards the downside with a big amount of money, and they are very confident. Now this $375 put option is going to expire in 79 days, and he's paying $7.23 million for it, and he's buying 10,000 contracts. So imagine a lot of individuals are buying way too much out of the money put options. Right now the SPY is around $408.15. Still these individuals are very confident that the SPY will keep going down from here onwards. Now we just have to wait and see how this is going to play out. Now let's come over to the VIX. Now this is the volatility index. Now what we have seen from last couple of days, there was no negative news, but still VIX was trying its level best to pop towards the upside. Now the kind of pump that we saw in the VIX, it is a little bit suspicious because the VIX was supposed to be going down. Right now the current situation around the world is not at all normal, and let's see how the Nancy Pelosi situation is going to play out. But I can tell you one thing for sure, the VIX is definitely calling up for a very big move towards the upside. So thanks for watching my video. Please like and subscribe my channel, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Cheers.